Welcome back to How to Souls. My name is Rach and today we're going to continue with our walkthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. For those who've been watching these as they've been released, hi! It's been a while. I've been playing Elden Ring and it's been fantastic, but it's great to be back here in Dark Souls 1 with you guys. I hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to go to New Londo Ruins and we're going to go after the Four Kings, our fourth and final Lord Soul. But first, sorry, it's been a while. But first, before we can do that, we're going to have to get a special ring that will allow us to traverse the abyss to fight the Four Kings to begin with. Because if you go down there without the Covenant of Artorias, you die. You just fall into the abyss. There's nothing you can do. You need this ring. So there's a couple ways you can do this to get through to fight Great Grey Wolf Sif. One of them involves needing 20,000 souls, and the other one... I'm lazy. The other one takes a long time, so we're going to opt for the souls route. I've only got 2k soft souls on me right now, but I should have some in my inventory we can pop. You're going to want to head to the Undead Parish bonfire here, and we're going to go down and talk to Andre the blacksmith. He's just chipping away here. Hello! If you have any embers to give to him, always give them to him. You can't go wrong giving him things in this game. It's only, is it Dark Souls 3? You can kind of heck up if you give the wrong person the wrong tome, but in Dark Souls 1, just give everyone everything. Right. Purchase item, go across the keys, and you'll see here, this is the crest of Artorias to open the sealed door in the heart of the forest. So I'm going to quickly get some souls together and buy that. Okay, so picking it up now, 20,000 souls. Or like I said, if you don't want to spend that many souls, there is another way you can go around. It just takes a little bit extra time and it does have a little bit more pedal to it. But I do have a video describing how to do that and I'll link it for you in the cards above. So if you want to click that and then come back when I describe how to get to Sif, that's up to you. But I did make a video on that separately, so... I've gone for the 20k route because literally for me, it's actually the easiest of the two ways to get to Sif because I don't know, I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I've played this game a lot of times and I still often opt to just pay the toll rather than go round the back with the spinny cats. I don't like them. So we're just heading in the same direction as you would for Moonlight Butterfly. Across here to the Darkroot Garden. I always find I quite like just taking out these guys as you go along these tree ents because they do drop those mosses that are always useful, although it doesn't seem to be dropping any for me on this run through, but never mind. Yeah, always worth, I find, killing them. So there's our door that we open with the crest of Artorias. Lore reasons behind this are, this is where Artorias' body is buried. He gave his life trying to fight back the encroaching abyss. He was fighting good old Papa Manus, who we will go and see eventually in this walkthrough. So we're heading to his grave, basically. It's being guarded by his pet wolf, Sif. And unfortunately, we do need to kill Sif in order to get the Covenant of Artorias. It's sad, but you know, Artorias did figure out how to fight the abyss, so we need that power. As you come into the Darkroot, Darkroot Forest Garden. Technically, this is part of Darkroot Garden, okay? But I like to call it the Forest Covenant area. The Forest Covenant is these dudes. You can see these humanoids. Here comes one. They're guarding this place. They're sort of like translucent. I've got a way that I quite like to deal with them, and that's to pull them back to this door here. They get a bit confused. Their AI doesn't really know what to do, and they actually like step over you. It's pretty foolproof. It's a really good way to farm some souls as well, especially if you did manage to get that coveted silver serpent ring from the Tomb of the Giants. I know we didn't do it in the walkthrough, but I made a separate video on that. I'll link that for you now. But yeah, these guys aren't so tough, especially this little sorcerer dude for me. I'm trying to get the backstab, but the game just isn't want to giving it to me. Still not giving me the backstab. Killing these guys doesn't affect your like sin, because they're NPCs. But do be careful. Stick to the sort of left side, stick to the cliff. There's a few of them. There's the warrior like you saw. There's the sorcerer. Here's the I want to say priest. I've been in WoW mode. Here's the cleric. So she's going to try and heal. Denied! Denied. But they do give good souls, especially if you can sort of pull them all back, do that sort of, the cheese, getting them to jump off the cliff. It's pretty good. Here's the barbarian. They're just all the starting classes, which I think is kind of cool. It's just like, it's a cool covenant, this. If you sign up to the covenant, which you can do so here, like I said, just follow the cliff to the left. You'll go through here, and on the left, you'll see Alvina. That she's a very good kitty who deserves head pass. But if you chat to Alvina...
So that thou art new, thou fared well to find me. But cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorius art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say.
Oh, that's kind of awkward because, like, I was really hoping to get the power to traverse the abyss. Don't worry, she's chatting nonsense. It's there, trust me. So, yeah, my decision is, yep, I'm still doing it. I'm still, you know, you can't stop me, kitty. Sorry.
Well, indeed, thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest groves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well.
Darkroot Woods, that's what this bit's called. Yeah, I'll join up, yeah. At the minute, our covenant that we're doing is, we're sort of done with that covenant. So, like, for me, the advantage to signing up to this covenant is, I'll tell you about that shortly. But if you are in the middle of working on another covenant, for example, if you're trying to get all miracles and you're in the Sunlight Bros, don't leave. Don't leave just yet. Finish up what you're doing with your current covenant, or if you're in the Chaos Covenant and you want to try and save Solaire. Yeah, because when you change covenant, you'll go straight back to level 1 again. So this isn't Dark Souls 2, this isn't Dark Souls 3. It doesn't save your progress. So but for me, I'm cool switching over, and I can show you why I'm wanting to switch over. So, yes please.
I am very glad. And now, let us establish a covenant.
Wow. Okay, so join the covenant. Cool, we're now part of the Forest Hunters Covenant. So when you wear this Cat Covenant ring, you'll be summoned into other people's games, sort of like an invader. But in a way, they're the invader, you're just defending the forest. So you'll become one of those NPCs, fight alongside them, and PvP.
It allows for thine summoning. If mine senses reveal intruders, I will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others who will, by their honor, work tirelessly with thee. Thou shalt receive great reward, and whatsoever ye shall pillage will be the mere a true agreement, not so. But thou must heed the golden rule. The clan is thine own affair. To thine kinsmen forever stay true. Darest not in any attempt to double-cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate.
Oh, funny you should say that, kitty. I was planning on double-crossing them, actually. Yeah, like I say, this is just something I like to do because it is, gives me tactical advantage for later bosses in this game. However, if you are going for platinum, do, like, err on the side of caution when you're doing stuff like this, because it could heck up your, I mean, it will heck up your entire Covenant progress, which will affect your trophies. So, over here, once we join the Forest Covenant, you will see this guy and his pal behind him, this guy. So they're linked to a separate side quest. I want to say his name is Shiva. Yeah, Shiva and Shiva's wee pal. They're linked to a separate side quest where he wants you to bring him a sword called the Murakumo. It's a callback to a Demon Souls quest. Very cool, very nerdy. But for the purposes of this walkthrough, I won't be covering this on the walkthrough, but when I do make a separate video for it, you can find it here in the top, in the cards. I'll do that eventually. Right, so the reason I wanted to join the Covenant is because these guys only turn up when you do, and I want to kill this chap for the loot that he drops. So we're going to try and get a great big hit on him, just to see if we can... Oh, almost a one-shot. No, don't you dare flippin'... Heck! No! I panicked. I don't know what. I'm in flippin' Elden Ring mode. I don't know. Okay, so, yeah, this is bad. This is bad. So they're gonna be... they're gonna aggro onto me now. I'm not too worried. It's fine. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the R2. I feel like the two-handed R2 attack on the Black Knight sword is really slow. I'm not a huge fan. So everyone is all now hacking, aggroing onto me. Let's just see if we can run past them, get them to reset down here. I mean, running past anything and just sort of like keeping running into a new area is kind of scary, but I know that there's nothing really to be afraid of here, so I'm comfortable running. Wow, they are not stopping. Might have to kill Shiva. Might have to kill him right here. I'm cool with that, that's fine. So I got the Barbarian. Yeah, here in this like next area, all you've got to worry about are the large mushrooms, and they walk very slowly. So we're just gonna try and tease him into my sword like so. I know, I'm sorry, Shiva. It wasn't meant to go like this. I'm sorry. I was gonna spare him. So he's got the Murakumo. What's the sword he's wanting? He's wanting a sword. Wait, it's in Demon Souls he wants the Murakumo. His name isn't Shiva though. And in this one he's wanting Makoto? Is it Magic Sword Makoto? Is that it? Something like that. Right, well Alvina's sad. I've made the cat sad. For goodness sake. I'm wanting the wee, this wee guy. He could backstab me, so careful. I'm just gonna grab these. Oh cool, I got the two of them. Grand. Oh, look at that! Look at that! We stan a wide swing. Even though it was a vertical swing. Right, okay, well that took way too long. All I wanted was this dark wood grain ring. Dark wood grain ring from Shiva's wee spooky pal. Alvina's mad. I don't even want to talk to her. I feel bad. I don't like angering the kitty, but hey. I wanted the dark wood grain ring. What this ring does is it changes the animation of your rolling animation basically. So it turns your roll into a cartwheel, which looks really cool. But also it does increase your iframe. So what that means is the period in time that you are invulnerable during a dodge is higher when you're using the dark wood grain ring. This is a ring I like to use for, I mean, still to this day, like, and I've played this game like 100 times and I still feel comfortable just using the wood grain ring for Manus and for Calamite, two really difficult DLC bosses. So these little mushrooms drop gold pine resin, which is great. There's a chest in the middle here, in the middle of these two big ones. What I'm gonna do is just an easy way just to get this chest is just to tease them out. Just tease out the mushrooms. Yeah, and then we'll run around the side and grab the chest. These are, like I say, these guys are the things you have to worry about here, because that punch, right, it didn't look like much because it's so slow, but that will knock you off your feet, and if your health is low enough, it will one-shot you. It hits for insane damage. So there we go. We got the enchanted ember, which you can give to the magic blacksmith. I believe I showed you guys that right near the start of the walkthrough. He's kind of on the way to New Londo ruins. I've forgotten his name because I'm a fake fan. But yeah, you give him the enchanted ember and the magic ember, and that's how you get those magic lines in your weapon. So heading down here, down the cliff and across this bridge, you'll see a nice big door. This heads to Artorius's grave, and guarding the grave is the Great Grey Wolf Sif. So combat-wise, Sif is a boss that I feel like I underestimate. Personally, I sort of like personally forget how hard Sif can be. But at this stage in the game, you know, we've got like really decent stats. Especially that 24 vitality and 30 endurance. That's especially the endurance. So if you've got a stat like that, you can definitely look to just block most of what Sif can throw your way. But do remember to drop your shields. By that I mean let go of LB in order to regain your stamina, because a lot of Sif's attacks, she spins round, they'll hit you twice, and it'll like really quickly deplete your stamina bar. So that's my advice for this. If you do Sif this late on in the game, because this is quite late to be doing Sif, I would just go in, I would just block all her attacks, or you can try and roll. If you stay underneath her feet, that tends to be how I like to do things. So we'll see how this goes. I normally just like sort of make it up as I go along. She's sort of like jumpy, so she'll try and jump around the arena. You don't want to be too far away from Sif, because that's when she'll start doing these really difficult to avoid like jump attacks and stuff. So you want to stay like underneath her feet. I've just gone around the gravestone just to start to pick up the hornet ring, just so I don't forget, because I'm bad for forgetting the hornet ring. It's just behind the grave. When we go close to the grave and we approach Artorius's greatsword, that will trigger the fight, so be aware. You've got as much time as you want to like pre-buff and just get ready here. Top yourself off if you are missing some health. Do you know what? Let's just and grab the hornet ring. The hornet ring we will need for when we fight the final boss in the game. Where's hornet ring? Hornet ring. Right, boost critical attacks, because the easiest way to beat Gwyn is by parrying him, which is a critical attack. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to fight Sif. Got your shield ready, got your sword ready, and you've got a cutscene to enjoy. Woo! The Sif animation, the Sif cutscene, I should say, is different if you do the fight after you do the DLC. You actually do... That was the double hitting attack I was talking about before. You actually do meet Sif in the DLC. The DLC is set in the past when Artorius was fighting Manus. And if you save her in the past, she remembers you in the present. And you get a really sad cutscene. Yeah, so as you can see, a lot of these hits are like double hits, but a lot of them go right over you if you hang out near her tummy. But she doesn't like you hanging out near her tummy, and she will jump back. So just keep trying, just keep your shield up as you're approaching her. I'm being overly cautious here, making sure my stamina has time to replenish. Oh, nice! Nice of you to jump on top of me. That's what she said. Yeah, and the double spin, you'll just want to roll forwards twice. Yeah, rolling forwards always works well in this fight. It's a good rule of thumb. When you get Sif to about 15% health, she will start to limp. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. I'm not gonna draw it out. Basically, the game wants you to feel like a horrible person because you're fighting a puppy. The fight does get significantly easier near the end here. She really slows down. It's really sad. Please don't drag it out. Just put her out of her misery. And with Sif's demise, I'm sorry, but it had to happen. She was protecting the grave and we needed the grave. It had to happen. I'm sorry. There is no way around killing Sif. We have to. We're presented with the Covenant of Artorius, the whole reason we came here. The soul of Sif, which can be transmuted into 2 different swords or a shield. The main reason a lot of you will need to do New Game Plus Plus to get your platinum is because of the Soul of Sif, and we also got Humanity and a Homeward Bone as well. So we're going to use that Homeward Bone to head back out to the Darkroot Garden once again. I've got a decent amount of souls, which is nice. As you kind of get near this point of the game where souls mean a little bit less because you're of a really good level already, like a comfortable level. I find around the 69 mark is where I'm usually comfy, like finishing this game. But like I say, if you've got the coveted silver serpent ring, you can always pop it on just as the bosses die and get more souls for that. Get a few more points. It's never a bad idea to put points into into health. Around the 25 health mark, I think gets you past Gwyn. 20 endurance I tend to go for. I've got 30 on this playthrough because I'm using mainly two-handed. But she says two-handing the weapon. Yeah, but stats-wise, like Dark Souls 1 is very, very different to Elden Ring in the like 20 to 30 to 40 of a stat. Like 40 for strength is like, that's me done. There's no real need for me to go above 40 strength. That's me. That'll carry me. Okay, so we've done Sif, got the Covenant of Artorias. I think because we're at the 20-minute mark, I'm just gonna we're just gonna go do Hydra, I think, because we will be doing the DLC during this walkthrough. So to do that, you need to come over here to Darkroot Basin, and we're going to take out the Hydra. I didn't pick up the grass crest shields on this playthrough, and I did make a note of it when we did come through this area. I said make sure you pick up the grass crest shield because it is the best shield in the game. So yeah, I don't know why I just derped and I just didn't pick it up. But yeah, the cool thing about this shield is you can see this little green aura around me is it sort of increases your, I think it's about 20% bonus stamina regeneration. So what that means is when your stamina bar is like gone, so like gone, there's a much shorter pause to it being empty. Much shorter duration to it being empty to it being full again. Does that make sense? Okay, so we got Grasscow Shield. We've rested at the bonfire there just because I make mistakes, okay? I attack Shiva, I die, I make mistakes, it happens. And of course in Dark Souls Remastered, this Dark Souls 1 in particular, you cannot warp to any bonfire. You cannot respawn at a bonfire if you haven't rested at it. So you gotta get in the habit of resting. As you may have seen in the editing notes, I totally didn't realize when I was coming down here I'd already killed Hydra. However, I decided to keep this in because I had some good advice on the way here. If you pop on the rusted iron ring, as I am doing now, it means we can run across this area a lot faster. We're just gonna pop over here to this dark portal here. We're gonna unlock the area, the first bonfire in the DLC, just so we don't have to do it later, just while we're here exploring. So that was my idea here, just to save us some time later. Alright, well that was the hand of Manus, Father of the Abyss. He has taken us into the past, into Ulasil, a city now lost to the Abyss in the present day. What we're going to do is we're just going to light this bonfire here, and then like I said, we can now travel back here via the warp when we decide we want to go through the DLC. But if you head up the corridor in front of you, that will take you to the Sanctuary Guardian boss, which we are not covering today. We will do that in a whole nice, tidy, separate DLC section. But for now, I just thought while we were here, we would unlock that. So yes, for now, we're going to head back to the Firelink Shrine because we are going to go to New Londo Ruins today. We return! So that was a nice little detour. Took out another boss. Unlocked the route to another 4 bosses in the DLC. The best bosses in this game are in Ulasil. You've got Artorias, Manus, who are quality. Calamite, which is annoying. Sanctuary Guardian I'm not a huge fan of. It can be really easy or it can be really hard. It seems weirdly inconsistent for me. And yeah, it's quality. If you're playing the Prepare to Die edition version of this game, you'll have the DLC as normal. The only reason you wouldn't have the DLC is if you had like the original Xbox 360 version, in which case you can just disregard that part of the walkthrough, huh? Alright, we have been down here to New Londo Ruins before when we were picking up the Firekeeper's Soul. Just from that cabin across there. I'll try and figure it out. I think that's in part 2 of the walkthrough. I'll link that for you above. But yeah, I like to start off this game just picking up a couple Firekeeper Souls to get us going. So as before, we're going to pop a transient curse, the thing that we need to be able to harm these ghosts. You can obviously not really get very far in this area without using a transient curse, unless you yourself are cursed, as in like from a basilisk. Stand in the smoke that the basilisks over in the depths are breathing out, and you will get cursed. You'll die instantly. When you respawn, you'll have half your health, and you'll have a little skull over your humanity. It's a tactic that I don't really like personally, because having half my health bar stresses me the heck out. But if you are out of transient curses, you might not have a choice. This lever, you can't pull it yet. That's a weirdly useless shortcut that you'll get later on in the area. Yeah, but you will not get far here without a transient curse, because if you rush through here, without killing the ghosts, you will very, very quickly find yourself overwhelmed unless you are particularly experienced. So, use the curse. You can buy them from the female undead merchant, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, I will put it on text on the screen now. But yeah, unfortunately, you might just have to do some soul farming in order to buy those. Basically, you're getting a little bit of a feel for what this area is like. We have the pressure of the transient curse. It's going to run out, I think it's about 3 minutes it lasts. So we've got the pressure to keep moving, but also the sort of fear of all these ghosts coming out through the floor, coming out of the walls. If you see ones like this that have red eyes, they are like banshees, so you want to make sure you kill them as quick as possible. And you can grab 2 more transient curses just behind this one here. So we're going to go through this fog gate here. Like I said, you want to be fast, but not too fast. Definitely be aware of your surroundings. This ghost is going to stab through the ground here, but we can pick up this soul. Yeah, just keep moving, but don't like run. Keep moving, but don't rush is my advice for this area. You don't need to worry so much about these ghosts behind you that are stabbing through the walls. They'll give up, yeah. Right, okay, so down the stairs here, there was a weird little shortcut back there I've never really found a use for, but you can pick up if you want. If you've got giant testicles, you can jump this gap here. However, I'm just gonna go around down this way. Did I get grabbed? No, I didn't get grabbed. That's fine. Okay, taking out the ghosts as you go along. They don't respawn, so if you do take them all out, it will give you a more chill time. So out again. This is where we would have gotten. How do we made the balls jump? We didn't. So heading across here, grabbing this is a green titanite shard if you're doing a divine weapon. Divine or is it fire? Fire uses green, I think. Is it? Something like that. Something like that. Your biggest fear here, I think, is gravity, really, more than anything. The ghosts don't really do a lot of damage to you. I mean, I'm just wearing light armor and I'm getting hit loads, but it's mostly just, if you're gonna get hit, but just don't fall off the edge. So can we get that one? Oh, nice! So if we sort of stay outside, make note of this tower here on the edge. So we had that little tower, we picked up the shard, and then up the stairs, this tower has a locked door at the bottom there, and another lever there, which is another shortcut. That locked door, we're going to get the key for that now. When we pull that lever, it will drain all of the water that you see down here, and we'll be able to progress towards the boss. Because at the minute, the boss is flooded. They flooded New Londo they flooded New Londo, I should say, before it was ruins, to contain the abyss, to contain the four kings who were lost to the abyss. So that's why it's flooded. But we don't want it to be flooded because we want to get to the four kings so we can kill them and take their lord's soul. So we have to unflood it. What's the word for unflooding? Droughting? We have to drought it. I don't know if that's good English. So we'll head around here, pick up this. It's a soul. Oh no, it's not. It's a rare ring of sacrifice. Yes, worth picking up. So if you don't remember me saying before, I like to use that when you're fighting Seath for the first time because he is he's guaranteed to kill you the first time you find him. So I like to use that. We're gonna enter the leftmost window over here and keep to the left wall. There's a lot of ghosts that spawn here, but if you're quick enough, you can avoid them. We'll go back through there later. We'll try and like sort of funnel the ghosts if we can. Here comes one. Here. I don't know if it's gonna... Nope. Oh, cool. Perfect. So, I did all that quite fast, but you can pause and you can rewind, right? So coming out here, you've got Oswald. Oswald?
This is a surprise. I get few visitors, save for ghosts. You have the Lord Vessel. Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal.
Oh, thanks. Yes, I am seeking the four kings. Thanks for the key.
The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorius traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
So that is your hint there. If you were not following my fantastic walkthrough and you did go down to try and fight the four kings and lost your life in the Abyss, your hint there is that the dark wraiths are there and they're very scary. But Artorius did once find a way. Oh sugar, my curse has run out. Of course it has. Artorius did find a way to conquer the Abyss. So that's your clue there to try and find Artorius. I should have put this on my quick bar. Whoop. Very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad gameplay. Sorry. Should have put this on my quick bar. It's fine. Just gonna heal. Oh, maybe not. Alright, we stayed calm. We did not panic. We did not die. That could change though. Whoa, whoa, I didn't want to keep walking back because I knew there was an edge there. Right, we got this banshee here that's zapping. Sorry about that. Yes, that's your clue to go and find Artorius. Right. So we came from there. I did it very quickly, just sort of ran out and to the left. That gets you back out here. Down the stairs, there's a soul up there you can grab if you want. And then we have to go back round. Hug the left, or hug the right? Hug the right. To the tower I pointed out before to drain the seal. Open, so that's with the key. That wouldn't have opened before we'd met Oswald. So we'll do this. This will open up the floodgates and we can get down to the lower part of New Londo ruins. Perfect. Okay, and unfortunately this area just gets worse now because now we have dark wraiths running about. They have an ability, it's like a soul sucking ability, humanity sucking ability I should say, which you need to watch out for. You'll see their hand glow red before they do it. This jump, this skip, you can only do once. So this jump now from here, you can obviously only do the once because we're up here. But as you can see the fog gate right there, that's the four kings. You can hear them screaming if you're listening enough. This is obviously just a really quick way just to get straight from opening the seal to get into the boss. If you want to explore the whole area, please feel free to do so, or you can always jump down here and have a quick go at them and then explore the area when you die. But I'm going to show you both ways. So we'll go down there and fight them. I might die. That would be funny. And then I'll show you how to get back to the Four Kings for subsequent attempts from Firelink Shrine. Because remember, there's no bonfire in New Londo Ruins. So I will show you, I'll show you how to get there now from here after undoing the seal. And then I'll show you afterwards how to get there from Firelink Shrine. Okay, so for now, we're just going to head straight down. There are two dark wraiths below us, so just straight to the fog gate. Straight to the fog gate. Didn't anger any of them. Careful, watch your step, watch your step. Before we go any further, just in case I do slip and fall, let's get ready to fight the boss, because if we go down to the bottom there, that's when we fight it. I'm just going to get away from the door, because they are known to stab through the door. I still had the rusted iron ring equipped, lol. We're going to want to put on the Covenant of Artorias once again. You cannot fight this boss without it. And I've got Ring of Favour and Protection in my other slot because it's a good ring for my build. I'm going to take off pretty much everything I don't need. So I've taken off my talisman. Grass Crest Shield I'm going to swap for something. I'm going to swap it for the Crest Shield actually. Good magic block. And 100% physical block, and you'll see why, because I like to do this boss as an absolute tank. So we're going to put on Havel's armor. That's going to make me incredibly heavy, but it is the easiest way to fight the Four Kings. Havel's armor, a 100% block shield with good magic blocks such as the Crest Shield, and 20 heals. I'm doing it with 14 because I think that is going to be okay, but if you've got like 3 or something, you might want to just accept that this try probably won't go so well, but you can use it as practice, absolutely. But I wouldn't expect to get it without quite a lot of heals, because my advice for the Four Kings is just to rush them, well, as fast as you can rush with Havel's armor, and just wail on them. I would block magic attacks, and I would block the odd two-handed sword attack, but other than that, I tend to just eat attacks. If you picked up Power Word, what is it? Power Flame, flipping Power Within. If you picked up Power Within, that is particularly good in this boss fight. Just as much damage as you can get, because the way that this fight works is that there are 4 kings, but you can fight more than 4 kings. It will start off, you'll fight the one, and you'll be on a timer. You're going to want to kill that first king as quickly as you can, because a second king will appear. I think it's about 30 seconds. It is very quick. So the strat here, like I said, is just to eat attacks. Don't worry about getting hit, because you will not get one shot with this vigor, and you will not get one shot with this armor and shield. So that's our strat. Let's see how it goes. If you do end up with 2 kings at a time, even 3 kings at a time, you can just make sure if the one that you're fighting is closest to you, just try and make sure the other 2 are far enough away from you, because they tend to be very docile, very passive when they're far away. Sure, there might be 3 active, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have to dodge attacks from 3 of them. This is a DPS check boss, basically. If you're finding that you're unable to kill the first king before you've got 2 other kings coming, you need to go away and try and figure out a way to get yourself more damage. You can post in the comments if you want, and I can take a wee look and I can give you some advice, like post your stats and what sort of weapons you like using, that sort of thing. But if you're not doing enough damage, this boss will be very hard / impossible. This is the only boss I couldn't do on my rolling only playthrough, put it that way. And I don't really plan on punching them to death either. So without further ado, once again, your checklist: Covenant of Artorias, Havel's armor, 100% block, shield. Lots of heals. I could have more, but I think we're fine. Right, time to fight the 4 kings. Drop off the ledge. I know I talk a lot, but I feel like I have a lot of information to give, so I hope you guys like it. I mean, assuming you like it, like the walkthroughs have been popular. Okay, rush the king, rush the king. If he opens up with a magic attack, oh, he is flipping. We just block it, we just eat it. Okay, that is the best way to deal with that. Right, so with the king, you want to just, oh, I've kicked him. You want to circle to the right because lots of his attacks won't hit you. I'm just going to two-hand this. Okay, that is an AoE. I'm going to eat it. A lot of the time, it's best just to eat it. I keep kicking! Alright, okay. So we got a little bit of time here as the first king is disappearing. There's the second one. There's the second one already. So you can see how quickly they appear. I blocked with my sword there, just out of habit, but that's not actually the best thing to do. It's actually... That's a grab, so that's going to steal a humanity from me. It's actually better a lot of the time to just take an attack. It staggers you less than if you block the attack, because if you block the attack and it uses all your stamina, you're sort of sitting waiting for your stamina to recover. Alright, we've got another king coming. So as you defeat the king, as it's dying, keep hitting the space where the king used to be, and you will do further damage to it, which is great. So yeah, heading around the right hand side, get my target in if I can. It does come down to RNG a lot of the time. If you get a lot of the AoE attacks, a lot of the grab attacks, it will slow you down a lot. You just kind of have to hope that you don't, I guess. Here we got a grab, so I'm just going to take it. I don't mind humanity. It's not... You don't really need it at this point in the game. Just stay calm. Don't worry about running away, honestly. Okay, we were going to get another AoE there. Just keep hitting the space where the kings were as it dies. So I'm doing really good damage here. I'm taking lots of damage in return, but that was pretty good in my opinion. So that is my strat. That's how I like to fight them. You can equip the Dark Wood Grain Ring, go with a light sort of equipment load and try to dodge everything. Which is a totally viable way of playing, absolutely. But I find that to be the simplest way to do it. And it works with most builds. I'm pretty sure I haveled up on my spells only build. Just get right up in their face. And yeah, it's not so bad when you do it that way. I used 3 Estus. I could have used more. Definitely could have been more... cautious if you have much less stamina, much less vitality. You'll want to make sure that you're not one hit away from death, so that you're not disappointed. So, right, we got a lot of souls there. We'll light this bonfire and just spend those souls, and then I'm going to warp back to Firelink Shrine, and I'm going to show you how to get back here. If you die, I mean, you might not die. If you die during the 4 Kings, obviously you go back to Firelink Shrine. Where am I going to put these souls? I'm really happy with 25 vit, 30 int, and 40 stir. I guess we could go for more vit. It's a really good problem to have, not really knowing what to level. It's a weird problem to have. Okay, so we're going ahead. I'm just going to warp back here just to show you guys. But yeah, that was the 4 King. That's our 4th and final Lord Soul. So a couple things you can look forward to coming next time in the walkthrough are we have not been to a few optional bosses. We've not done Priscilla over in the Painted World. We got the doll to unlock the Painted World, but we didn't actually go there, so we will do that. Of course, we've got the DLC, which I mentioned. I'm just going to put this back on, just where was my defense? There we go. That'll do. We've got the DLC. We've got 4 bosses there. That's going to be, oof, that's a chunky walkthrough, that DLC. We did return to the asylum. Did we do Gwendolyn? We did not do Gwendolyn. There's another boss we can do in Anor Londo. Gwendolyn. Guinevere's brother. Gwyn's son. So, that'll be cool. We could do that. I think that's it. I think that's all the optional bosses. But yeah, I'll cover everything. I just, I was rushing this walkthrough before Elden Ring came out, like, quite a lot. But I've just decided to slow down and just get it done in my own time for the good of the art. For the good of the art of the walkthrough. Of the project, because this is, well, it's not exactly top of my priorities list at the minute, put it that way. But I really, really enjoy making these, and I'm so, so glad you enjoy watching them. All I wanted to set out to make was just a really helpful video that is just still entertaining, because, you know, I feel like those are the best kind. So for the purpose of like literally showing you, if you're bashing your head against the four kings, you just can't seem to quite get the fight, I'm going to show you a super... Oh, here comes a ghost. I'm going to show you a super easy way just to get back to them. That doesn't involve you needing a transient curse or to go off that jump that I showed you last time. So here we go. So we've come from Firelink Shrine, and I want you just to follow me. You'll have the two ghosts at the start here. You've just got to avoid. This will involve a little bit of squeaky bum time because the dark wraiths might give us a hard time, but we'll see. So roll off here, off the side here, and then turn to the right. You'll see a sporkle and a dark wraith there, so just dodge past him. Through the arches here, up the stairs. Oh, I was going to resist the sparkle, but I went for it in the end. Into this big room with a big old blob at the side of it, dodge another dark wraith and exit through the archway on the left, and that is the way to the Four Kings boss room, which is now open, obviously, because I've killed them. So that is a super quick way just to run past everything to get to the Four Kings that way. I don't know why I'm fighting dark wraiths on the stairs. I can't think of anything more dangerous really than fighting dark wraiths on the stairs, but there we go. These guys have a high chance to drop titanite chunks and titanite slabs if you're leveling up a weapon that uses regular titanite. But yeah, there's a few more places in this area you can explore. Please feel free to do so. There's a chest here. What's in the box? We got a chunk there. If you're leveling up a weapon, this big thing pukes on you and it's got the exploding skulls. This place is lovely and you should definitely take the time to explore it. No kappa. But for now, I'm heading back to Firelink Shrine. You're heading now to the next video in our Dark Souls Remastered walkthrough. If you like the video, then I like you, and I'll see you in the next one.